climate science of just dealing with heat is really complicated. And for a while, that's one of the other reasons scientists have just focused mostly on the heat, not the humidity. Because when you bring those two together, it becomes much more complicated. But scientists are now doing that. And they're also looking at these compound, these simultaneous, these climate disasters or impacts that happen almost together and cause these ripples effects. And a great example of that is what we experienced during Black Summer here in Australia, where we had a record heat wave, record drought, both linked to climate change, that together then triggered record bushfires that burned 20 million hectares and caused huge loss of biodiversity, air quality that killed hundreds of Australians over the longer term, and almost a water crisis in Sydney because the fires at one point were threatening the main dam that supplies 80% of Sydney's water. We just missed that bullet. But with climate impacts and lethal humidity interacting with these other climate impacts, it'll be harder to miss the bullet next time.
And I imagine that that's very challenging for those planning for such events because it is so many considerations to take into all of the factors in terms of planning. It's everything you've just explained. It's across health, it's across water, it's across food, it's across wildlife management, and it's across the very nature of human survival.
But we have to do it because if we don't come to terms with that, we're going to be surprised by the huge impacts, the way it hits us.